94.9 Mix FM with Charlie Puth on the morning mix at 7:53. Our special guest in studio this morning, championship-winning Arizona basketball coach Adia Barnes.
Thank you for not calling us Lady Wildcats. We've been called you've been saying women, which is great. And I didn't realize someone pointed out. I was like, you're right. Like, we've been called Lady Wildcats a lot.
And that bothers you a little bit?
No, it doesn't bother me. It's funny because you
Right.
would never say like boy Wildcats.
It's true.
You know, and
Or
I never
gentlemen
thought
Wildcats.
Yeah, like I never, and it's not a big deal, but it's funny. Someone pointed that out, and I was like, "You're right." Like I never thought about it. And then so now when they say, I totally hear it.
Oh, God.
It jumps
And it's
right
not,
out.
Yeah, it's not
Jumps
meant. It's just like Lady Vols. It's not bad, but it's funny, Lady Wildcat.
Can we talk about your coaching staff for a second?
Sure.
Because I know that you're down a couple people.
Yeah,
right?
we don't have a staff right now. It's me and my husband can't get a coaching job because we're married, so he can't leave. So that's a good thing. He's the constant. He's not going anywhere.
Well, but hang on. So let's talk about that for a second. Because what is it like working with your spouse all the time?
No, it's great because it's not like this office and we're in the same office.
Mm-hmm.
So, we don't drive to. Sometimes we drive to work together because I have a parking spot paid for, so it saves him 10 minutes from finding a spot. So he uses me for my car, or my spot. But usually go to work. We have different stuff going on. I may have a meeting. But it's usually, like in the off season, we try to go to work together to drop off our son. So then we kind of drop him off together, or we'll drive separate cars and drop him off together.
Well, see, that was the other question I had, because you've got Mateo, right? Who's what, almost 4?
Almost 4, yeah.
So if you're both at work at the same time, how does that work?
Well, so we have like a part-time nanny. So
you have
he's in school, and then a lot of times if we have meetings, she'll pick him up, or if I have a meeting, Salvo will leave and go pick Mateo up. So, and then like I'll meet him after because he has to be picked up by 6 every day.
So is your husband like your concierge, or was it?
He's like my backbone.
He's Italian.
Yeah, he's Italian.
And so Italian basketball coaches, do they get a little, handsy? I mean, in terms on the sideline there. I mean,
no, but it's funny because I was like 30 years old when. Like 30 when we met, 29. I remember he was like looking at me, and I was like, "What is he looking at?" Like, because when you're older, it's different. You're like, "What's wrong? Is something wrong?" I wasn't thinking. I looked a little different back then, but I wasn't thinking he's like looking at me to because he thought I was cute. I was like, "What is he looking at?" Like, is something wrong?
That's something on my uniform.
Yeah, there's something wrong with me. So, he stood out because he's like tall. He's 6'3", so a tall Italian guy is like doesn't.
You don't see a lot of
happen.
those.
Yeah, you don't see a lot. So. Then we just kind of met,
Yeah.
And it's weird. I actually kind of came across him because in Italy, when you play, you go in the back hallway and you report to like an official. So you show lift your jersey up, your warm up, and you show your number and you say your name. And then like everybody checks in. And so one team does it. Sometimes there's a line with another team. So after you do it, you give high fives to all your team. Then you stand and wait for everybody to finish. And he was at the end of the line and he like gave me high five. And I remember like getting red, thinking like, oh, that's that cute guy, And so, and then we like met after that. He actually called me. I didn't give him my number. So 2 weeks after that, he called a friend in Spain and got my number. Because I had just got to Italy. No one had my cell number. And then he called me and was like, "Do you mind if I call?" And I was like, "No." And we talked on the phone for like the first 4 months.
Wow. Where was your first date?
Our first date, it was funny because I hadn't been on a date in so long because I had a boyfriend for so many years, and so I hadn't been I'd been single for a couple of years, but I wasn't like dating. I was like, I don't want a boyfriend. I'm good. And so my first date, I brought him out after our game, after the change, like halfway through the season, you play at the opponent's place. So we played at our gym, and I took him with my teammates. So, because I was like not gonna go by myself.
Group date.
Like,
Group date.
First 2 dates, group dates. That's tacky. I know. I wouldn't have done that again now. But like I didn't know what to talk about, and I was like nervous. It's so stupid, but
isn't it funny? So that's like his first kind of
his
impression
first date,
moments?
like he walks in, me and him walk in after the game, and like all my teammates are there.
Your whole crew.
Yeah, the whole crew. And he was probably like, and it's funny because he coaches against a lot of them, so I know he was really uncomfortable, but he doesn't really care. Went on the date, and then our second date was I took 2 teammates with me, and we went to Ischia.
Only partial squad.
We took because I was like, I didn't want to go by myself. Like I didn't know him. It's different. I had never dated a foreign guy, like literally from that country.
Is there a big language barrier or not really?
No, I mean he spoke English, but like he not as great as he does now.
Yeah.
Like he speaks like 5 languages, but his English wasn't perfect. So I was like, I didn't know what he was gonna be like, or he's an Italian guy, and I was like, oh.
Was there a lot of cologne and?
No, but Italian guys are kind of smooth, so I was like,
see,
is he
that's
gonna
what I
be
was
like
going,
trying to make moves or something? So, brought my teammates, and then so then they could judge him, and then we all went to like this spa in Ischia. So Ischia is a little island off of the coast of Naples. You guys have heard of Capri.
Sure.
So it's a little island that most Italians go to next to Capri. And so went there, and like ever since then dated. And then I was like, he's so nice, and he was so different than an American guy.
What were your friends saying after those dates?
He was like one of the cutest guys. He's a pretty handsome guy, I think. I'm a little biased, but so all the girls in the league, like he was like the cute coach. So they're all like, heck yeah, you're crazy if you don't keep on dating him. They were just like, they all wanted to date him. They're like, if you don't, I will, So
that's a real friend, by the way.
Yeah, real friend.
He's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, I think he's nice looking. So after that, but what I liked about him, he was different. Like I had dated a lot of pro athletes and stuff, and he was like polar opposite. So I think that when I got older and smarter, just want a nice guy.
That's great.
So have you talked about having more kids? How did that go?
We've talked about it, and
Yeah.
it hasn't gone. Just because we're so busy.
Right.
But we want another kid. But I just, it's really hard with this job. So
I
if
would
it
think.
happens, it happens. If it
Yeah.
doesn't, it's not supposed to.
Right.
But we have our hands full because we're traveling a lot, and so it would just have to be like what God's plan was.
And like when Mateo is in bed and finally the house is kind of quiet for a few minutes, is there a beverage or a show that you guys like kind of unwinding with?
No, we're so tired every day. Like
Just like fall right
yeah,
into bed?
I don't even know. I don't know why we pay $200 a month for cable. Like it is not smart.
You sound just like my wife.
Like we literally watch TV. Like Mateo watches it 20 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Now right now he doesn't, and that's all. It's like Paw Patrol
Yeah.
or Rescue Team.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even know what station a show's on. I wouldn't even know what show's out besides Game of Thrones because I love it. But I'm like a season and a half behind. Like we don't watch TV.
Oh, man.
And we don't agree on what to watch, so it's like we
Right.
just end up like a couple phone calls after, like, and then maybe like clean something, get ready for the next day, and then we're out because our days are so busy.
Well, we hope you get a break soon.
Yeah,
Because I know
thank
you
you.
had a
I will.
vacation planned. You didn't get to go because you don't have any staff. and
No,
all of
but
that
we're gonna
stuff.
go. But I think these are good problems to have, so I
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
change it. So I'm like, we
Yeah.
played for another month. That's awesome, And then one thing, I was a coach like last year. There was like, this is a great time. We get a month of visits. Everybody else was playing. I was like, oh, I got ahead, and I went into all these houses for home visits. This year, I'm like selfish, and I was like, who picked this rule? This is awful time, and you have home visits when you're playing in the postseason. Whose rule was this? It was like didn't work for me this year. I was like, this is silly.
That's what happens when you
Change
get into the postseason.
rule. Yeah,
That's crazy.
So.
Coach Adia Barnes from the Arizona Wildcats basketball team. Awesome to have
On
you
your
here
birthday,
today.
thank you.
What a gift.
I know.
To have you here today.
Oh,
Thank you
both
so
of
much.
us.
I left your gift at home.
There's no
Me
gifts.
too.
I don't need any gifts.
Need
You
gifts.
guys.